awesome thing. Yeah. So everybody picks Rhaegar. When they play Rhaegar, they pick Ancestral Healing. And this game, I don't think we need that. So I went for Bloodlust. And I am going to blow your freaking mind with just how well we do in this game. Spoiler alert, my bad. So our team is Lieutenant Morales, Rexar, Asmo, I'm the guy that hates Asmo, my Wolfman, and Sonya, who is honestly right now she is. I feel like she's taken the place of Illidan almost entirely, which is awesome because she's my real favorite character, and I think Illidan's pretty lame. But those two are going to lane together, which is already incredibly strong. I think they might actually been grouped up, which is adding to their goodness. And then I'm going to go with Rexar down here because I don't think Asmo needs a whole lot of help in the beginning. I could be wrong. It looks like, they're going to be jumping all over him. Let's see. I'm going to be running around in wolf mode. Pretty stale early game at this point. Other than the middle lane, seems to be lots of stuff going on there. And looks like the first blood. So that's great. At least the team is partially on board. Go. Murky lane shouldn't be too tough for these two. Sonya can even stand here and just whack people. Okay, and then we're coming down here. Zeratul going to help. Asmo, I'm not sure if he took Taste for Blood. Let's find out. He did not. So, the fact that he does not like Asmo is pretty clear. When you don't go for the Q build, I mean, there's other builds, but how often do people really deviate from stacks on your Q? First shrine's up. Make him way up there. Ooh, hey, look at that. I didn't even notice, but we're both greenies. Getting the team coordination colors. Okay, so first shrine's up. Murky's pretty. Nope, he was not. I was going to say he was preoccupied. Now he's not. We're all stacking up. And then Rexar's got the engage, but it looks like he's going to get kill onto Rhonda. Medic doing a great job of staying as much out of the fight as she can. I'm doing my best to focus on the minions because I don't contribute a whole lot of damage to these team fights, especially this early in the game with as much mana as I have. I think both of our healers right now, they suffer pretty hard in the early game. Luckily for us, Sonya's great at any point of the game, and she's kind of putting everybody on her back. Now we watch. Old Asmo getting zoned by Tyrande. I think Rexar is gonna take that one to the face. No mana to save him. Sonya's about to die. So they're gonna pick up a couple on us. Kind of even out that objective lead. Sonya getting nailed again. Looks like they just turned and focused on her as hard as they could. But the resistance and the heals from Lieutenant Morales just keeping her alive by like the fucking hairs on her head. There we go. Getting onto there, Lieutenant Morales. Sonya wants the kill. Walks into a 3v1 and taking some tower shots. Lieutenant Morales wants to help, but you just can't get to her. Murky doing the best he can to recover for his team, but oh god, Gale's us. Alrighty. So at this point, we're still doing pretty well. We're decently sustained between the two medics, and we got tons and tons and tons of damage coming out of Sonya. They managed to snake the Punisher, which is kind of a bummer. But with the level lead right now, I think we still came out on top. Comparatively. The Punisher doesn't seem at all interested in Misha, that's pretty good to know. We're gonna do our best to knock this thing down. It is one of those early game Punishers. We're gonna lose Misha. Everybody's kind of terrified at this point. That's exactly why. The Punisher, for all intents and purposes, is another hero on the enemy team or your team or whoever's got the team. Jumpies. Sonya yet again living by almost nothing. Just really harkens back to the Illidan days where that guy would never die, but he'd always get a sliver of his health. Looks like I went top to soak a little bit extra because they are getting the XP lead now, being in all the lanes. Gotta deal with Murky, which really isn't much of a problem. Just kind of soaking, making sure we don't get pushed too hard. Still a decent amount of fighting going on in the middle lane. And again, they take one look at Sonya and they have to turn around because she's just destroying them. Rhegar taking a look at everything, not really sure. Okay, he wants to go back to the middle lane to fight. Looks like Asmo's going to soak. I'm still in the top lane trying to soak us up to deficit right now. Man, that healing. That Lieutenant Morales healing. That is just nuts. And honestly, it feels just like StarCraft. Or at least StarCraft 2 when you had a ton of medics healing a bunch of Marines who would always get super low and then they go right back up. That's the good stuff. Still dicking around with Murky in the top lane. Nothing too exciting going on there. Asmo's trying to do everything he can to keep the lane pushed against Kael'thas. And then the shrine pops up. Looks like the enemy team's going to take a Merc camp while we're all deciding what to do. There go the pings for the objective. Oh, Rhegar going in on Kael'thas. Almost got him. Alright, there we go. Objective coming. Sonya ripping them apart with her freaking whirlwind. Got that damage mitigation. She's getting healed, but she's trying to get away because she does not want to be frontlining right now. I think that's a job for Misha, which it appears to be so. Their medic can't seem to save their Zeratul in time, and then we're going to start crushing some objective monsters. Murky's trying to get as many as he can. Still dead. Got the pufferfish in there, though, so that's a good idea. If you're ever playing Murky on this map, get the big pufferfish, even if you have to throw your life away to put it on the point, do it. More often than not, that pufferfish is going to snake a couple skeleton guardian Punisher guys. Not sure if they even have a name. Oh, Rhegar looks like he might just be about to explode, and oh, nope. Lieutenant Morales saves the day yet again. I am once again about 1,000,000 times out of mana. Can't do much. Just trying to get some regen off of my... There, Sonya finally dies. Going back to wolf mode, try and regen as much health and mana as possible. Lieutenant Morales almost got it. We need one more. They're down by quite a bit, so I don't think we're actually worried about it too much. I'm going to run in and see if I can get something. I couldn't. Suicide for one, but we did get it. Looks like they spent just enough time concentrating on not important things, and we got the one guardian dude skeleton Punisher key thing we needed. Middle lane's pushing with a siege camp, I believe. Void Prison goes out to kind of deter us, but that's not anything at all exciting. The nerfs to the Void Prison range are really ridiculous now too. I ended up playing a game with Zeratul, and it's like you've got to hug somebody's butthole to get that thing off. Okay, there's the Punisher doing the engage for us. Looks like we're hanging back a little bit. Sonya going to go in with him. And he has gotten a little bit tuckered out. He's just going to go back to punching the keep, core. Damn, don't know the words. The fort. Going to do another jump in on Murky. Murky seems to be a pretty good counter to the Punisher. He wants to jump on anything possible. There's the stim drone on Kael'thas from the other medic. We've got all our stuff. I've got Bloodlust picked up right now. I'm just waiting to hear the stim drone go off so I know when to drop mine. Trying to heal as best as I can. Trying to slow everybody. It's obviously chunking my mana here. Looks like we're going to lose Morales. And Sonya 2. I'm not sure if it was worth it to save Asmo, but you know, you do what you can. Zeratul trying to get that last little slap in the butt of the bear. Didn't do much for him. Kael'thas is going to go solo a camp. Looks like they're going to try and do the same thing, so I'm going to at least scout them out. I think the team might not really care at this point because they're going for one of the top mercs, and our siege camp is up right now. Nobody seems to be going after it. Merc is still in top lane pushing, doing his XP thing. Rest of the team, enemy team, gathering up to do their groupness. Me and Sonya will take the siege camp here real quick, kind of help mitigate some of the push that they're starting to do. There's a Rexar. I'm trying to stop that siege giant, or siege goat, man, spear chucker, bush. Shrine's in the middle lane. Looks like Murky's running away from Azmodan. And they're going to take their shaman camp, bruiser camp, dog camp thingies. Oh, I don't know if you can tell, but right now I'm just trying to fill this space because there's a lot of downtime. We're going to go ahead and start the shrine. I'm pretty sure we're going to lose Asmo. See ya, buddy. Don't really care. They wasted a void prison on that one. He knows he died because of his own mistakes. Now, I think this is the first real team fight. This is going to be a 4-on-5. Sonya pops Wrath of the Berserker. She's got the stim drone. There's the Bloodlust, and just watch what happens. Rexar getting a kill on their Sergeant or Lieutenant Morales. Damn. Sonya cleaning the hell up everybody else because she had all that power. Murky's still alive, but it's Murky. Getting the heals from that Lieutenant Morales. I'm just going to go with Medic right now because I'm just going to keep fucking up and wanting to say Sergeant Morales, which is wrong. Go. And we're going to get this shrine pretty easily after that wipe because of the Bloodlust, the stim drone, and all that steroid going on to Sonya with her Wrath of the Berserker on top of that. That was a nuts-ass team fight that kind of resulted in us not giving a shit about what they do. Sonya's still getting the heals and the shields. Punisher coming to her rescue with that jump. Arcane Punisher too, man. He's just dumping damage everywhere. Looks like Rexar's going to go down to Murky. The fish. He did get a fort out of it though, and the Punisher's going to get the revenge kill on Murky. Sonya's still getting as many heals as she can. Asmo doing his push thing. Medic just, you know, being a medic. Pumping out the heals like crazy. As much damage as we're taking from Kael'thas, it just seems to come... Oop, there's the Bloodlust right before we got Void Prison. So Sonya is just in the mindset of, who cares? I'm going to kill everybody I can. And she still didn't die. As close to death as she got, she still made it. She did get the extended range on her chain, which honestly helps her engage really, really good. Here's the pufferfish trying to kill it before it stops. Good job, team. Way to focus the stupid explodey fish. Asmo doing everything he can to try and get some damage on the keep. It looks like the rest of the team is good with that decision. So we're just going to pop this real quick. Oop, get that stun. Asmo getting the well. Sonya says, fuck this tower. And Wrath of the Berserker is down, so the rest of us are backing up. Looks like Asmo is pinging top and the push there. It's a pretty decent sized push. I think we do want to take care of that. You got Rhegar down here working on a camp. Looks like he's going to be able to take it in time. The enemy team seems completely unaware. Looks like the friendly team does want to help him out, though. He's got it. He's good. Murky a little bit afraid to venture into the darkness. Gonna take the rest of these camps. Get down. And then Misha getting the stun on Murky. Zeratul going a little bit too far ahead. And then Sonya takes the engage. There's the Bloodlust and the Stim Drone already. Nailed it. Crushed both the medic and Zeratul as fast as she could. Kael'thas died in there at some point too, but we all know he's like a little piece of paper. And he dies pretty quick. Looks like on top of that, Rhegar got Bestial Wrath on Misha, so she should be, I didn't even think about that, she's probably hitting for a fuck ton too with the Bloodlust. We're at level 18, started the shrine, trying to get as many as I can for the time being. I do believe, I think Morales got a Radiate on her GQ, Yes, this is a beautiful time to be alive. Asmo died again in the top doing his push thing, but he did. Looks like he distracted him enough for us to get some decent chunk of the objective. And go. Rhegar doing his thing. Just going to clean up there. Looks like the enemy team is still dealing with that push. And there's the Punisher. Frozen fucking Punisher. There we go. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have noticed, but a lot of the team fights so far have been kind of without Asmo, because he's off doing his own thing. Zeratul looks pretty stuck. But that being said, we were all still feeling pretty good to go in, because we have a Punisher, and that kind of takes up the slot of the dead Asmodan. I think medic. There's the Bloodlust. She's dead. She got the Stim Drone off on Sonya before she died. Sonya doing everything she can. She's trying to focus the medic. Don't think they're gonna get her. And then I died to the Murky at some point. We are gonna get a keep out of this, but this is the one team fight that does kind of fall apart on us. Rhegar dies. Sonya's still going in. I think she just realized that the rest of us were dead. Punisher's trying to help her out, but I'm fairly certain she might make it out of there. She did get the Murky kill. Punisher's still doing everything he can. Now he's dead. He popped his ice all over the place. So Rhegar, Rhegar, and Medic are all down. Asmo's still off doing his own thing, getting the camps. Certainly not a bad idea with as pushed as we are. There's not a whole lot we can do to continue pushing our team fight, so that was definitely helpful. Sonya going to be doing the same thing, trying to get as much pressure as we can on the lanes. Medic is up and probably contemplating what talent to get or where to go or what to do. Go. Sonya has got that. Medic's still hanging out, thinking about what's going on. Asmo dies again, being caught out. It's pretty big, thing in the game. That's kind of where I think they get a lot of their confidence from. But it is just hit level 20. I just grabbed the level 20 Bloodlust talent, and let me pull that up here. Bloodlust affects all allied heroes, minions, and mercenaries on the entire battleground and can be cast without breaking Ghost Wolf. That is one of the coolest and most underutilized level 20 talents I have ever seen, and I had no idea it even existed until this game. So I took that, and then we're going to take this camp. The shrine's just popping up. Everybody is going to start running their happy asses over there. Go. Got my wolf mode on. Rexar's keeping the lane out. Looks like the enemy team is backing up, and they are going to try and de-push that bottom lane because that was pretty intense. The aggression on our end, we haven't lost a single fort at this point. There we go, shrines up, enemy team's coming in. Asmo's on his way to help. Misha's over there doing some scouting for us. Asmo's doing a little lane pushing instead of coming up to the shrine, but I guess that's no problem. There is the Phoenix from Kael'thas. Looks like that's going to be their engage. Stim drone up. Bloodlust out. Sonya just not giving any fucks. Going in on the sergeant. Medic. God, son of a bitch. Doing all she could, but it looks like we weren't able to put enough damage out. Asmo didn't do much to help in the team fight, and we did get taken down. Murky wasn't there, though. There is going to be a bit of a repercussion on them for doing this, because that bottom lane was pushing a decent amount. So Murky still in the base. Asmo doing whatever he's doing. I get that you can't do anything to keep them from taking the Punisher, but I don't think walking around in circles is necessarily the greatest decision. So I think this is going to be their first fort. They're going to push pretty hard. They're going to do everything they can. Enemy team first fort of the game. We're all still down. Rexar's up in just a couple. The rest of the team, though, is going to take a little bit longer. Asmo gets jumped on super quick by the Punisher. Doesn't give any fucks about the gate. Looks like Zeratul had the same idea, but he did stop the Punisher from doing what he was doing with that Void Prison. Giving the rest of us enough time to run the hell over here and do some stuff and things. Rexar getting the feigned death on, doing his Misha thing. That bestial rat, there's the Bloodlust. And then the Stim drone came out as well. Stim drone on Zeratul, who jumped in, who apparently did not realize that all 5 of us were alive and completely willing to go in on him. Sonya knocking down that lane super quick. Gonna get this Merc camp. Looks like Murky again was not available for that fight for the enemy team because he was trying to push out the lanes. Both middle and bottom lanes are pushing in our favor right now. We saved the top lane keep, so we don't have to worry about catapults annoying the crap out of us. Looks like we're going to go for the Mercs instead because pushing a lane does not seem like a smart idea, especially with the 2 that we already have here, and the Merc's able to do that for us. Duranda getting caught out and nailed in the face with the hammer and a bear and a chain and a whatever goop that the medic shoots. No more Mercs for the middle lane. Top lane still pushing. Cut off that top lane push that we were somewhat worried about. Now we're going to get the bottom camp too. Our whole team's pretty split up here, so we're definitely not going to engage in any team fights, hopefully. If Asmo gets caught again, that'll be on him. Murky's going to grab that Murky camp. Sonya catches Kael'thas with that fucking tip. Full-on tip of the spear. Gets that kill. That makes it even easier for our next team fight because Tyrande and Kael'thas are down. Looks like we're stacking up, but then the shrine pops up and everybody starts heading over there except for Asmo, who gets caught yet again. Sonya's contemplating whether or not to help him. Same thing with the medic. There's the ... from Asmodan because he doesn't think it's his fault. And there's the Sonya with the one question in the game that can never sound not condescending. Got the shrine activated. A little banter between our teammates. We're still in prime position, taking the shrine as fast as we can. Levels have evened out, but they have 0 keeps. They are trying to fight with us. There's the Bloodlust. No Stim drone just yet. There's the Stim drone. Goes the medic. the enemy team's medic. We get all that stuff here. And it is a slaughter from this point on. I mean, I know this map snowballs super hard in the first place, but they really could not do anything once they lost their footing in the early game. And then once we hit 10, got the heroics, it was absolutely disgusting how much damage our team could pull out. Misha blocked the shot for me. Thank you, Bear. The bear and the wolf, best buddies. I love her walk animation. Just like Zeratul getting a little bit ballsy, not realizing that he can just get blown the hell up at any particular minute. Sonya not having it. Popped his Void Prison. Oh, there is the Punisher with the save for me. Thank God. I didn't want to get any more damage from the fish than I had to. This is going to be the game-winning push with the Punisher, and that is GG. That Bloodlust, that Stim Drone, that Sonya, the Wrath of the Berserker, the Bestial Charge, everything going on there with the steroids. This was just one steroided team, and we took it and we injected it right into the butt of the enemy team. That was a fantastic game, and it's probably the best one I've ever played on Rhegar, because I suck at ancestral healing. Regardless, that was a fun-ass game. So that was my most recent game with Rhegar, and until I play him again, I probably won't.